Here we have Powerglide from the G2 Superion Combiner Wars set. He is the same as the previous release except now in G2 colors. Let's take a closer look. He is mostly molded in silver and red. He has a huge G2 symbol on his chest. Other than that, there isn't a lot of interesting paint apps on this figure. This figure is pretty decent looking as it doesn't have a giant backpack and doesn't have any out-of-place holes or screws everywhere. Articulation-wise, his head can turn left or right, his face is blocked when it looks back, and it cannot look up or down. The arms can spin all the way around and can move out at 90 degrees. There is no bicep swivel. It is on a ball joint, so it can move a little bit. The single-jointed elbows bend a crazy 135 degrees and bend back a little bit. There is no waist joint. His legs can move 90 degrees forward and 45 degrees backwards. Knees can bend 90 degrees. The feet can bend forward but cannot bend backwards or rock to the side. The hips and knees are ball jointed so it can pivot also. Size comparison time. He's about 9 centimeters tall to the top of his head. Here he is next to Firefly, Voyager, Silverbolt, and Leader Megatron. Let's get him transformed. The legs are pretty finicky to transform and straighten out. They keep coming apart. Here he is in jet mode. He is an A10 Thunderbolt 2 jet, and it looks pretty good. The shape and detailed panel lines give it an authentic plane look, but the red joints on this plane really take you out of the mindset. Other than the joints and the thighs, there isn't a lot of robo kibble on this plane, unlike the other jets in this set. On the bottom, you see the giant G2 symbol and the unmistakable crotch and thighs. From the side, you can see the landing gear, one in the front and two in the back that is way out of place on the back of the tail. This has a wingspan of 11 centimeters, so it makes it an approximate 1/164th scale model. Here he is next to Skydive. He can also transform into a supergun for use with any figure with a 5mm peg. It is essentially the plane mode with the wings folded, but he is still too big for most of the figures to hold without falling over. But if that isn't big enough, you can also attach it to Superion's giant blaster, making it even bigger and heavier. That's it for now. See you next time.